I believe that if David Benavidez hurry up and sign this motherfucking contract, we're going to see who's the best at 168. That's what I believe.
What do you think is the holdup right now?
Call David Benavidez. Call him.
What is up, Boxing Universe? It's your man, Tay the Visionary, and you are now tuned in to Black Cold Boxing, the newest in the game and also the realest in the game. The Boogeyman versus the Monster. Demetrius Andrade versus David Benavidez. First thing we got to discuss, Demetrius Andrade and his longtime trainer, Andre Rozier, in the gym, working on the 1-2, working on the balance, the jab, and a tighter defense. Pretty much just working on the basics, which is what I like to see. Fighters not trying to look flashy in their training camps, just never forgetting those fundamentals, because as you move up in weight, as you get older, the flashy footwork and athleticism start to slow down. They start to fade, they start to fail you, so you can't always depend on those things. And you have to depend on the basics, the boxing skills and the power to carry you through in these fights later on in your career. Andrade is looking big at 168. It's only his second fight, but it looks like he's had the time to fill out at this weight class, and he looks to be in shape. He doesn't look blown up. He doesn't look fat. Doesn't look like he's been sitting around on the couch. He looks muscular. He really looks like Jamal Charlo if Jamal were at 168. But anyway, Demetrius sat down with Boxing Scene, did a behind-the-scenes interview while working with his trainer, where he was asked about his potential fight with David Benavidez, and he said part of the agreement was coming over to PBC and saying yes. So now it's the waiting game. He's waiting on David Benavidez. He told him, sign that mother freaking contract. So, I'm shocked, man. This is the first time we've seen anybody actively pursue a fight with David Benavidez. This is the type of energy I'm glad to see from Andre. He was with the Zone, if you all remember, trying to get a fight with Canelo Alvarez, a big fight with Triple G. Canelo was questioning who he was, saying that he was only looking for a payday at the press conference, if you all remember that. So I have faith that PBC will help Andre get the bigger fights that he's been looking for. PBC is stumping on these other guys' necks this year, man, just giving us all big fights. And if the fight gets made, it'll be a step in the right direction, especially for Andre this late in his career. Now, if you all remember, David Benavidez did an interview a few weeks ago where he was at his brother's fight, Jose Benavidez. It was his coming out party at 168. So, I think he only had one fight at 154, and now it's his first fight at 160, so I'm not sure if he's just trying out the weight class or whatnot. But anyway, Benavidez said, he was trying to make the fight with Canelo, David Morrell Jr. He was in negotiations with Jaime Munguia. That fight didn't work out. So he said that he's going to be a man of his word and that he's going to fight Andre. That fight will happen. And I'm a little surprised at how respectful Benavidez has been lately. I don't know if he was just upset and frustrated because he wanted a big fight, but now that he's got the Caleb Plant fight, he seems to be a little bit more humble, a little bit more respectful. And, I like what I'm seeing. He says that Andrade has been asking for a big fight. He's willing to help him make that fight and may the best man win. Definitely a good attitude from David. He also said that the fight will be similar to the Caleb Plant fight where he takes over in the later half. He even said he knows what he did wrong against Caleb Plant. He needed to throw more combinations. He was smothering a lot of his punches, which leads me to what I really wanted to talk about, which is the game plan of both fighters. Demetrius said that he wants to get the same size ring that Caleb Plant had in his fight with David. When asked about who he thought was the tougher challenge between Jamal Charlo and Benavidez, he gave props to Jamal Charlo, saying that Jamal Charlo can do both. He can fight on the inside, he can fight on the outside, while David Benavidez is just an inside fighter who's not really good with his outside game. And again, Benavidez himself has said that he expects to win the second half of the fight against Andrade, kind of like it's supposed to play out similar to the Plant fight. So that lets me know that Andrade is going to try and fight on the outside, win on points, because he was asked about the Crawford moving up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, in which he said, you know, don't get it effed up. It's a big difference at 168. Talking about Crawford, you know, Demetrius himself has also said that, you know, even at 168, he's had a tune-up, but you know, he's fighting guys coming down from 200 pounds, and that his punching power may not be enough to easily knock out the guys in the weight class, right? So I think Demetrius understands what his strengths and weaknesses are at 168. He's going to be intelligent in the ring against Benavidez, and we will see a fight similar to the Plant versus Benavidez fight. Now, I'm not sure if Benavidez will give Andre the same size ring, because he is the interim champion. He is the A-side. And I feel like he only made concessions with Caleb Plant because he was desperate for a big fight. He wants to prove himself. So, you know, he had to come up off some of the leverage that he's had. But anyway, Boxing Scene also asked Andrade about Crawford and his rematch with Errol Spence, and also Crawford and a potential fight with Jerron Boots Ennis. And it looks like Andrade is leaning towards Crawford to beat both of those guys. You know, he says skills don't change, in reference to the rematch with Errol Spence. And Spence didn't see a lot of those shots coming, so he doesn't think it's going to be any different. As far as the Boots Ennis potential fight, you know, he says that Boots does well with come forward fighters, no head movement fighters. But as you can see, when he fought somebody like Karen, who had the lateral movement, who had fast feet, that he didn't have an answer for him, and he didn't make any adjustments. He just doesn't have the experience to face different types of styles. So imagine what he'll look like fighting somebody like Crawford, somebody who has lateral movement, somebody who has head movement, who can fight off the back foot, another switch hitter with power in both hands. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that. I think that'll be a good matchup. But anyway, the fight looks like it's going to happen. I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping Demetrius gets in a couple of big fights starting this year. He's looking to be in shape, man. So that's all I got for y'all. We on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So if you stay to the end, make sure you leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think about a potential fight between Andrade and Benavidez. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated, because it is more to come very soon. Peace. We out.